guys, here we are at Chesil Beach. The part we're on
the beach of broken dreams.
The beach of broken dreams. The part we're fishing is Abbotsbury. We come here for a bit of a road trip and hopefully catch a cod.
Long
and some
grey,
other bits.
yeah, long grey thing we're not going to mention because every time we've mentioned it, we have not caught it.
So. One of those things with a powerful bite and spin.
Spinsy, snappy, bitey things.
Crocodile.
That's the one. Yeah, so we're after crocodiles. Yeah, so hopefully some cod. Put some scratches out, get a few bits out for those long grey things.
Yeah, well, we just got our first baits out now, and you've instantly had a double shot of pouting. I'm just looking at my one rod, and I just had a pull down now. So hopefully something comes along. We've got a scratch and rig on one, and some big baits on the other. But I think later on, we're going to get some big baits on both, and try and catch them tidy-ish fish. Fingers crossed, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, all the best of luck for ourselves.
Let's fish.
First cast, just a little free hook scratching rig basically, trying to see if we can get some bait for something half tidy later on. And first cast we get a little pouting, one little pouting, so that's a nice bait size one. So we'll be doing, that'll be going out on some big hooks later. And then, look how small this guy is. He's tiny. Tiny little pouting. But unfortunately I think he might have carked it, so he'll be going out as well now. Right, get that scratcher back out, get a nice big bait out on the other rod, see if we can get something tidy.
Yeah, so Dave's having a few fish out. He's had a dogfish, couple of pouting. I've just been setting up my base. I only wound in my first cast yet, but just wanted to show you what baits I'm putting out. So I've got blow lug, ragworm and a bit of squid just strapped to it with a bit of bait elastic. I'm using a loop rig with a 3.0 J hook. Exactly the same. Got blow lug, ragworm, bit of squid strapped up. So yeah, they're going out on loop rigs, open for a codlin. It's flat calm here, a little bit of a surf going on, but yeah, it's a really pleasant evening so far. Let's hope these fish play ball.
Well, here we have what I'm pretty certain will be the first of many of these little beggars. The humble dogfish. Probably the most common fish you will possibly find anywhere, and they can become an absolute pest, but at least it's a fish. It's 3-0 so far to me. Don't tell Ben though. It's not a competition though, is it?
So just wound in my first cast, and we got a double shot. We got ourselves a dogfish that's only a small one, coming on ragworm. So the hook out of him, get him back, and we had ourselves a little pouting on blow lug. Beautiful little fella there. Beautiful little colours on it. Good conger bait. Oh yes. Well, we got this on a whole pouting, but when I first picked into it, I thought it was something better, but oops, bit of water coming up. I think it's going to be a small strap again. There's the first proper bite of the night. There's a stupid little strap. That's all it is. Oh well. Next bait. So, Got a little excited then. We had double squid, lug and rag all whipped up together, banged it out there in the tide. The rod goes, sat in the tide with the tip bent over nicely. Bang, 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 slack. Oh, cod on. But basically, how about now? Just another strap.
As you can see, we're getting plenty of fish in, nothing of any size, which we keep saying in all fairness. But this is kind of the average size of the eels we're getting, which just, yeah, not particularly what we want. Only little ones. So what I've gone and done this time is I have taken one of the whiting that we've had. Now I have basically taken the stomach section off it, cut the tail off, take the stomach section out of it, wrap that up and lobbed him out. Haven't hit him out far because in all fairness eels are generally close in, so I'm hoping to get one that's coming in quite close, a bigger one coming through, and everything, pick that up. I've used the belly section because the belly section's got most of the scent in all fairness. That's going to have all the blood, all the guts, all that sort of stuff in there, so fingers crossed I get a decent size one rather than these tiny little things all the time. But at least we're catching fish.
Yeah, I just wanted to sort of have a little show what I'm doing. So yeah, we got some blow lug. Going to be using 2 or 3 of these. Using a beta needle, and just with these blow lug, because it's so slippery and slimy, you can feed them up the needle, and all you do is there's a little slot at the top for your hook to go in. Stick that in there. Keep the line tight and just push it over. You gotta be careful with these blow lugs because they do blow everywhere. But the cod seem to like them. Hopefully tonight. Hopefully they do. So yeah, there's fish coming out. I've had a small strap eel, quite a few dogfish, whiting, pouting, so species wise we're doing okay. Dave's had pretty much the same, and yeah, it's going okay. There's fish here, that's all that matters. We're catching, that's what it's about. That's not that one. But, yeah, it's quite hard recording when it's pitch black out here, but we got a couple of lights just to help us along. Push it over. And yeah, that just then you can add a bit of ragworm, another tray, bit of ragworm in it. I'll probably might add a squid to this bait, maybe cut it down the centre, have the guts on the outside, add a bit more scent. So yeah, just I'm just trying all sorts of baits at the moment, just trying to find out what's working. At the moment everything is working for the pouting, the dogs and the whiting. There seems to be an abundance of them out there. That's my hand towel. But yeah, we're catching fish. It's a lovely evening. It's flat calm, not a breath of wind, which makes life a lot better. Yeah, don't forget your hand towels, because some of these baits are quite messy and smelly. The wife, my wife Zoe, she always kicks off when I come home from fishing. I leave my towel in my fishing box for a couple of days, and then I've got my own fishing room, so when she opens the door to, I don't know, usually just chuck my clutter back in, she has a fit and starts shouting at me because my room absolutely stinks. So I try to get in a habit of leaving these in the garden wall just to let them breathe, sit in the rain for a couple of days, try and get that stink out of it. But yeah, they're cheap enough. Buy a load of them and don't forget them. Yes. So the bait we got today, I brought mackerel, squid, blow lug, ragworm. I think that's all I got. But the plan was to catch a few pouting, a few whiting, and put them out onto some big 6.0s. I've also bought some J hooks with me. Why not? I had them made up, so why not mix it up a bit? I usually use circle hooks on the dongle, but I had the rigs already there from a couple of years ago from in my conger trace. So yeah, why not? Let's give it a blast.
We're getting a bit pestered by dogs at the moment. I've had a few. I think Ben's pulled in a couple now as well. But so what I'm going to try is for some whiting. It's about the right time of year for them around by here in all fairness. They should be in here, but haven't seen any signs of them yet, but it's worth a little go. So the rig I'm using for it, I'm using a 3-hook clip down. We've got so we've got the 3 baits on there. So a little 3-hook clip down. I've got 18-inch snood, and that's I'm only using £20 snood length for it. Down to size 1 cam, a B940. And what I do with mine is you put a tiny little piece of mackerel. You don't need a lot, just enough to cover the shank of the hook basically, and that should do it. I will never fish for whiting without that little luminous bit on the top there. You shine your head torch onto that, that will light up and it will actually illuminate in the water as you're going through, and that seems to attract the whiting through, so fingers crossed we'll get a couple.
Yeah, so it seems to be lots of fish out there. Some decent sized whiting. Hey, Dave just brought one in now with some real fresh bite marks on it. So yeah, looks like there's some predatory fish out there. So might put out some bigger baits. I've got loop rigs on one rod, 3-hook flappers on the other rod, just catching little bait fish. It's a bit big for bait, but yes, we can. I'm sure we can do something with it. So yeah, there's quite a lot down here. Wayne from Shore Hunter, he stopped for a chat earlier. He's had loads and loads of fish down further past the Dragon's Teeth. That's where we're fishing now. If you see on the footage, we've got all the big blocks. I believe they were anti-tank defence back in World War II. So yeah, that's what's known as the Dragon's Teeth. But there seems to be lots of small fish out there, so hopefully that brings in some predatory fish. Who knows? Just got to keep plugging away.
One nice whiting on that one, and then one not as big. So that's 2 whiting now on that one, and I'm adamant if you don't have those bits of luminous beads on them, you won't catch it anywhere near as many. That one, didn't even notice that, but something's hit that on the way in. So there might be something out there with teeth.
So the weather's took a turn for the worse. There's a real strong easterly wind. The rain is absolute torrential. We're getting absolutely smashed by, well, fairly large whiting, strap eels, dogs, pouting. There's loads and loads of fish here, but there's nothing really worth showing at the moment. We really wanted a decent sized eel, a good, well, a codlin of any size. I don't care what size it is at this point, but if we had a nice one, it would have been nice to show you. So yeah, we're just hiding in our Ingalls igloos, which thank God they're not leaking. And yeah, with the dogfish and the fair sized whiting, as soon as you're having a bit of a bite, the lead's skipping, then you're getting blankets of weed pulling you down tide, and you got the wind that's not helping. It's making it really hard work. But we're changing baits regular, putting fresh baits out there, just keeping our heads down, just keep changing every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes, just keep going. As soon as you can see a line skip and start heading down tide, you know a fish has picked it up, and time to wind it in and change our bait. So it's been hard work. We had a nice sausage sandwich over in Dave's igloo. He brought out his little gas cooker, cooked up some sausages, we forgot to bring any utensils, so we used my filleting knife. It was brand new, so there was no fish guts on that one. But yeah, as I was chatting to Dave over there, he was telling me he's getting a bit brave. I think he's lacking a bit of sleep. But he said now he's a YouTuber. He said he's going to offer out Logan Paul, the YouTuber / boxer. I think we need to make this happen, don't you? Well, I'm going to keep my head down, keep baiting up, keep going, and Logan Paul, David Bowring wants to fight you.
Well, the weather's turned on us. We did expect it to pick up, in all fairness, towards the end of the session, in all fairness, but it's come in a bit early. It is blowing a good 20 mile an hour easterly. Ranger, there's a lot of weed in the water, wiping us out left, right, centre. Still pulling in the fish though, still getting the dogs, whiting. Ben's just pulled in another small scrap. But the bigger fish just don't seem to be here at the moment. But we are going to keep gunning it out, keep going until we actually find one. It's not comfortable, so I'm glad I got the shelter nice and comfy set in here. But as soon as you walk out there, not as nice in the slightest. But we're going to keep plugging on and we will find that big fish.
So that bad weather come in, strong easterly winds, torrential rain. It's still, you know, spitting, but nothing like it was earlier. So we decided to have a little nap. Dave had a great idea. Use our rod bags, lay them out inside our shelter, and use that as a bit of a mattress. Holds a bit of heat in as well. So before I decided to have a little nap, I thought I'd bang up some fresh baits, big squid, wrapped with lug and ragworm. Cast them out there, make sure it was all set, the ratchets were set, and when I woke up, I had slack line on the one. So I thought I'd wind it in, and we have a slab of a pouting. I actually just weighed it, it's £1.4. If you noticed, it is missing a tail. It's, yeah, something's had to go with it. Imagine trying to swim around without that. But yeah, what a slab. Well, we had a bit of excitement then. My right hand rod, I knew I had a whole pouting on with some 8/0 hooks, and it went over and then come up slack, held it in my hands, I feel it go boof, 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 and then it was going down tide, then just boof, come up slack. I was like, oh yes, we're into a proper fish, you know, being a whole pouting out there. But all we got was a little strap eel. It's probably the biggest one of the night, but yeah, ideally we want his granddad, but not happening yet. Still a few hours to go, plenty of bait to go through, so I'll keep putting the big hooks out. Yeah, so we're not catching the cod that we want, but these whiting are a fair old size. They've all been roughly this size, and we haven't had any little pins. They've all been proper channel whiting, good size ones. Razor sharp teeth, a big eye, and very good eating. So yeah, it isn't. Well, we've got a good bit of tide now. Both rods are bent over in the tide. Usually, that's when the codlins start feeding. When there's tide, that's when they start feeding. So fingers crossed, we can try and pull out a codlin or something else, something a bit special, I hope. But yeah, it's there's tons and tons of fish here. It's just a real shame we're not getting any codlin, but we're still trying. We're trying.
What a wonderful morning. Rain stopped, hardly any wind, still no cod. Personally, I'm going to blame Ben for this. He's too lazy to walk the distance you need to walk. But still had a load of fish though. Plenty of whiting, pouting, straps. Just nothing big. But still got a bit of time left before we have to shoot off. And hopefully something comes along whilst it's getting light now. So maybe the cod might come on the feed. But not looking likely, but you know, it hasn't been a bad session. So can't really moan.
Yeah, so we've had a different species. It's a ray, not a very big one, but look how beautiful the markings are on that. Absolutely stunning. A beautiful looking fish. Come on, relax. Relax. I'm gonna put you back, but tell Mr. Cod to come.
The fishing is that poor, Dave is trying absolutely everything.
That's it, maybe the cod are like a cooked squid.
They weren't like in sushi. They were cooking them though.
Right. Shit, that's hot. Okay. Don't think that's gonna work.
Oh, we're starting to lose our mind.
It's the final cast now. Then we're going home. No cod for us. South Wales bound, going home. Right, well that wasn't exactly mission complete. No cod. A ton of fish on the other hand, mind though. We had loads of straps, whiting, dogs, and in all fairness, I can't even tell if he beat me or if I beat him. It's just too many fish.
Just run out. Just couldn't keep up with numbers.
No.
But yeah, we didn't have the big eel. We didn't have the cod or codlin that we wanted. But I don't feel defeated.
No.
It was still an enjoyable time.
Yeah, we had a lot of fish, so you can't really moan at having a lot of fish. All right, you may not get the target ones that you really want, but you can't moan if you've caught fish. So
Species. We had pouting, whiting, conger, doggies, thorny.
and thorny, yeah.
Five species
Five
between
species, a lot of them, so we can't really moan. Can't moan at all.
Yeah, definitely. Really nice picturesque place.
Yeah, it's
Didn't lose any gear.
no gear lost. Comfy to fish off, nice and deep, but you do have to walk some distance to get to the really good marks. But the amount of gear we were carrying,
Yeah.
don't think we really wanted to walk that far, to be honest with you.
Well, we made it this far.
We made it this far. Nearly died.
Yes.
As you can see. And Logan Paul, I will await your response, dear sir.
Yeah. It is one of those beaches, and cod fishing is cod fishing. As a lot of you will know, it's all about putting the hours in the bank, getting out regular, just keep trying. Don't get disheartened, because a bad day's fishing is better than a good day in work.
And we're not very good at cod fishing by the looks of things.
No, I think I might just stick to the rays.
Yeah, go back and make yourselves feel better, innit? Go catch some rays, it's easy.
Catch some blonde rays, there's loads of them.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where we will be on the next one.
Not sure, we haven't decided where we're going to go the next one.
Maybe a quick local one, or maybe something special.
Yeah,
Who knows?
we don't know. We haven't decided yet. We'll see what we're going to do.
Might even hop on a plane.
Possibly.
Possibly. Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, till next time.
See you again.
Cheers.